What's up, everybody? I don't know why the video looks so weird. I was out doing Uber. I'm gonna take a break. I wanted to take a little bit of time to tell you guys a few stories. I know a lot of people don't like me to judge other people and criticize other people. A lot of the stories that I tell you guys, it's true stories. It's like no BS stuff that happens to me. I do Uber at night. I've tried doing it a few times in the daytime. Both times, people just drive like complete jerks. I was telling I've said it before in the videos. I was telling the passenger earlier. I honestly think that it's people coming in from different states with their being in such a hurry and rude behavior. I honestly think that's what it is. It didn't used to be this bad. People can be aggressive drivers when they're in a hurry, but it's gotten worse in the past 2 to 3 years. No doubt, honestly. So here's a perfect example. I get road raged all the time, no matter what time of day it is. These people act like because they're in a hurry, I have to speed up. And what they do is they will literally ride up on me. That's called tailgating. That's illegal. They want to be right up on me, like I'm supposed to speed up just because you want to be in a hurry. This is the thing. Defensive driving says slow down and they will go around. But these idiots, that's why I'm claiming that they're not from here. They're not from here. Because a lot of people, what they used to do is they would just go around. Oh, this guy is either old or slow, so I'm going to go around, right? Now, they stay right behind me. I will literally slow down all the way to 20. Like earlier, I slowed down to 20. The idiot stayed right up on me the whole time. I'm literally got no place to go. I'm not in a hurry. So you want to follow me at 20 miles per hour? Go right ahead. I went to pick up this passenger at Walmart. I kid you not, true story. Like I told the second customer, what I usually do when I pick up somebody from a store is I will pull up right next to them so they don't have to walk across, right? It's more safe for them and it's more courteous. I don't have to. I do it out of courtesy because I don't want them to have to walk across. Plus, a lot of times they have a lot of stuff. This young lady had a big package. Sometimes you don't want to have to carry the TV into the car across the parking lot, right? So I pull up right next to them. Right about to leave, bro. I kid you not. I was right about to pull out. This idiot decides to pull up right in front of me. Military outside of 410, between 410 and Petranco. This idiot lady, female, not a lady, female, in a white Toyota pickup. Must have been the Tacoma because it wasn't a full-size pickup. In case the idiot sees this video or somebody knows her, the male passenger, they pull up right in front of me, right? And she's telling me to move. I'm trying to pull out. I can't move because you're right in front of me. Well, you need to move. Okay? I can't move because you're right in front of me. Well, you need to move because I need to get right there. First of all, bro, the front of the store is not a parking lot. A lot of people abuse that space thinking that that's the waiting area. For somebody who's too lazy to walk from the parking lot, from the car to the store. This is the thing. I don't care if you're in a hurry. That is not a designated parking space. It's not. She's telling me that she wants to go right there behind me. Okay, if you want to go behind me, wouldn't common sense tell you to go around? That effing simple. No, she wanted me to move because she needed to get behind me. Bro, go around. Even my passenger was like, why doesn't she just go around? She literally did this. Well, I'm not moving. I'm trying to back up so I can go around the idiot that should have gone around me. There's cars coming and going. I can't just back up. Parking lots are not meant for you to drive in reverse. So I can't just reverse and pull out as I'm backing up. There's cars coming. So I can't just pull out, right? The employee's like, you gotta move, bro. Why should I have to move? First of all, she's the one that should have gone around me, right? How do you block somebody in and then tell them to move? So I'm trying to back up. He stops the traffic, and I'm like, all of this could have been avoided if she would have just gone around. That simple. I kid you not. It would have been that simple if she just would have gone around. How do you block somebody in and then tell them to move because you want to go behind them? Seriously, bro, why are people such ignorant individuals? That's the kind of stuff I have to put up with every single day. Every single day. People just act like that. Seriously. There was another road rage story that I was going to tell you guys, but I can't remember which one it was. But I could literally tell you so many stories. It's like I told the guy last night. I could tell you so many stories. So many stories just from what the stuff I see, the way people drive. Very self-centered, very inconsiderate. And this is the thing. This is why I am 99.5% sure that it's people that are coming in from different states that are not from here that are acting like that. Because Texas used to be such a courteous state. That's what people used to like about Texas, that we're so courteous. People say that San Antonio has a small town feel because everybody is so friendly here. I say that they used to be so friendly because they're not like that anymore. It's gotten to be, we have so many out-of-towners, out-of-staters that just act like this, that it's not like that anymore. Sorry, I ain't got no cash. But it used to be that we were such a courteous state. People would have been so much courteous to each other. Oh, you need to go? Go ahead. They stop for you and they let you go. Right? Oh, like one time I was pulling into a gas station, and there was a car already gonna pull into the spot. I didn't see them, and then I pulled into the spot and I said, you know what? I didn't see you. I will move. And they were just like, okay, thank you, right? And so they were like glad, because that's what we do. We're courteous to each other. Now you have all these people, like this car literally jumped out right in front of me just now. People think that you could turn right on the red if you have the right of way. The book tells you if you have the right of way. You can go if you have the right of way. People think that you can just go just because you are in a hurry, just because you want to go. That's not the rule. That's not the law. It is if you have the right of way. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. I'm not the one that wrote the book. I'm not the one that makes the rules and the laws. That's just the way it is. But you have all these people that think that just because you're in a hurry, like all these idiots that drive around with their brights on. One, you're not supposed to drive around with your brights on. You're not. Within 150 feet, you know how far that is? It's not that far. It's like half a block. The only reason I know how short of a distance it is because on the GPS of the Uber app, it'll tell you how far the turn is, how far the customer is, or whatever, right? So I've gotten to gauge how far a distance is because of that. It'll tell me 300 feet. Boom, it's like right there. 300 feet is like half a block. So 150 feet is less than that. What, like a quarter of a block? It's not even that far. So from 150 feet to another car, you have to turn off your brights. If it's too dark for you, don't be driving around. If you can't see, then you shouldn't be on the road. Take the bus, call an Uber or a Lyft, or have somebody else drive for you. Because if you can't see, then you shouldn't be driving. Then you have these other people, like the truck next to me, with 18 lights because you can't see in the city. You see how bright that is? You see how bright that is? And I think this idiot does have his brights on because that's way too bright. That's way too bright. That's way too bright. If you can't see, then you shouldn't be on the road. If you can't see, then you shouldn't be driving. If you can't see at night, then don't drive at night. Do everything you have to do during the daytime so you don't have to worry about using lights. It's that simple. There's so many people that are so self-centered and so rude to other drivers, to each other. Another one using their brights. You see how bright it is, bro? In this area, you don't need your brights. You don't. Speaking of which, the idiot just pulled up right behind me. That's a perfect example, bro. Right behind me, right up on me. Why do you have to be right up on me? You know, one of the things that I've learned from driving for an auto parts company and rideshare, the new place that I'm working at right now, even they tell you, you don't stop right behind the person in front of you. I've always left myself space, but at the auto parts store, they tell you at least the car length in front of the person in front of you. I've always left space because if that car stalls and you're right up on them, guess what? You're stuck like an idiot. I'm not going to get stuck because you broke down, or you just decide to be on your phone and be right there talking. I've seen people that literally will be so involved with their phone that the light turns red. They were on the phone that long. I don't get it. I don't understand. And the funny thing is, to me, it's like, you have a nice car, you think you're so cool, driving around with your phone. The idiots that are talking like this is the ones that F me up the most. They're talking like this because they have their phone on their speaker. I don't know why. One, you have it on speaker if you're in the car by yourself. Two, as cheap as headphones are nowadays, you can afford a car, you can afford a phone, but you can't afford headphones. You can't afford a Bluetooth earbuds for your phone. Most cars have Bluetooth. Why can't you just not have the phone in your hand and talk like this? So, a lot of bad drivers, bro. A lot of bad drivers. I always tell people when it rains, be careful. A lot of people always say, oh no, I'm a good driver. It's not the good drivers that have accidents. It's the bad drivers. It's the distracted drivers. That's another one that causes a lot of accidents. Distracted driving. Even having the phone on a contraption, like I have mine on the vent when I'm doing Uber, because my phone, I don't know if you've ever done Uber before or ride share. I don't know about Lyft, but the Uber app heats up my phone really, really fast. If I don't have it on the vent to cool it down, it gets hot right away. And then, as you guys may or may not know, once your phone starts getting hot, it like gets really, really dim and you can't see anything. So I can't be driving around doing ride share if I don't know where to drop off my customer, right? My passenger. So even having it there, people that are always doing this, that's distracted driving, because you're constantly looking at your phone. Though I've tried having it hanging, and it kind of helps because it's right there and you don't have to look down. But I didn't like it because it was obstructing my view of certain things when I'm trying to see across. That's why I didn't like it hanging. Distracted driving. People that are just in a hurry are going to cause accidents. No matter how good and cautious of a driver you are, it's those people that will rear end you, that will sideswipe you, that will run the light and hit you. Just like 3 years ago when I was at the light turned green, I stopped because 2 cars ran the red light. The third one hit me. Still fighting with State Farm because they just don't want to pay, because they're greedy MFers. They have been fighting me because I made a video, put it on YouTube, that I refused to take down because it was the truth. And the fact that we're still fighting 2 years later proves that they're greedy MFers. She hit me. And come to find out, 2 years later, at the deposition, she even admitted I was supposed to go straight, but I decided at the last second that I wanted to turn from the middle lane, turn left when I wasn't supposed to turn. She admitted it, bro. And State Farm is still fighting it because I have a criminal record, and criminals do not deserve to have justice. Justice is only for State Farm, who refuses to pay. I know this video has been all over the place, and I've been ranting and raving about a lot of different things, and the point of the story was supposed to be about that. Road rage in a parking lot. There's a lot of bad drivers out there, bro. There's a really a lot of bad drivers here in San Antonio. I don't know about other Texas cities because I haven't been to too many other. I haven't been driving in different cities too much. Been on Austin a few times, but I usually just go and come back because Austin is super crazy. But I know for a fact that here in town, there's a lot of bad drivers. There's a lot of rude, disrespectful, self-centered, aggressive drivers, and those are the people that you have to look out for. So be careful. If you're on the road, if you're driving, don't distract yourself. Pay attention. Plan your trip. Whenever you go somewhere, I always like to look at the GPS, see how long it's going to take, give myself more time, because there's going to be traffic, because things can happen. There's always accidents on the highway. Something is bound to happen. What's the rule about if something could go wrong, it's going to go wrong, or something like that? Stuff happens, bro. It's gonna happen. So just try to plan yourself. Plan your trip. Plan ahead of time. Be prepared. Give yourself room. Give yourself time. Have a backup plan. Sometimes you need a backup plan. If Marbach is closed, do I know how to go to the side streets? That's the kind of stuff that you should know and you need to know if you're trying to get from point A to point B. I was going to somewhere on Bassi. Instead of going on the highway, I exited Blanco and just took the side streets because I didn't want to stay on the highway the whole time. So, one of the things that we also tell our employees is be aware of your surroundings. Always be looking at your mirrors. Know what everybody is doing. I like to look to see what other people are doing. That guy's on the phone. That guy is speeding. That guy is like distracted. I've seen people smoking, putting on their makeup, reading, eating, doing all kinds of stupid stuff on the highway. Be aware of what other people are doing, because if I know that this idiot is on the phone, if I know that that lady is putting on her makeup, if I know that this one is over here eating and they're not both hands on the steering wheel or no hands on the steering wheel, then you know the people to avoid. And you know the people that you should not get next to or in front of, because they could hit you. So just be aware. Be aware, be safe, be cautious. And I know a lot of rude people don't know how to do this, but be courteous to each other. It's not, it doesn't hurt. It's not that hard. Like the thing with the brights. It doesn't take but 2 flicks to turn them off. I've seen people, a few, very, very few, that if I flash my brights at them, they will turn theirs off. But it's the ones that refuse to turn them off that are annoying. Because it's blinding. Because it's blinding. Because it's blinding. It literally, like right there, bro, it's blinding. So be courteous to each other, especially when you're the one that's wrong. Especially when you're wrong.